Hi, this is Gila. So, first of all, I want to wish anyone watching this who celebrates it a wonderful Christmas. Here in Israel, I'm in the middle of the 8-day festival of Hanukkah, and this whole time of year is generally a great time for family and friends to get together. But do spare a thought for anyone who has no family to go to, when this time can be very difficult indeed. Some thoughts. When I see the hysteria for the Trump impeachment in the USA, the totally biased majority of the mainstream media, which refuses to do its job anymore of objective news gathering and reporting, simply ignores any inconvenient truths, and that people are being sent to jail essentially for accusing an MP of being a traitor, like Amy Dallamura, who is having her Christmas dinner there today, or is in prison simply for asking a Muslim rapist how he felt about his sentence, as happened to Tommy Robinson. There's clearly a great deal wrong. Now, the law sadly is not always just, but the principle behind it, however clumsily applied, is that all of us as human beings should have an equal right to be treated fairly if accused of a crime, to have a legal defence, and to be considered innocent unless and until proven guilty by a jury of our peers, of ordinary people. To do away with any real standard of fairness in judgment, as was sadly the case for Tommy Robinson last summer, and in the more recent ridiculous impeachment saga by Democrats in Congress, is actually deeply dangerous to us all. And in the case of the American impeachment, if the lawfully elected US president isn't safe from the clear subversion of any real lawful process, no witnesses, no defense, it's crazy, then no one is safe. However loathsome some Americans may appear to believe their president actually is, when in truth he's actually done a great deal to improve life for ordinary Americans economically and to restore the standing of the USA internationally, not to mention finally moving the US Embassy to the Israeli capital of Jerusalem, the ends never justify the means. And witch hunts do not require any witch actually to exist. However sophisticated and intelligent we may consider ourselves to be, hysteria can and will take hold if we continue to let it do so. Think of the McCarthy era in America. Whether that hysteria is to do with inventing a crime where none exists, or insisting that, contrary to all common sense, there are many genders, and we can change our sex simply by wishing it so. So today, I'm pangender. Tomorrow, I might be binary. Day after that, I have no idea yet. But just thinking it makes it so, doesn't it? Or that it is okay to allow thousands upon thousands of children's lives to be ruined by rape and abuse for many years, because we mustn't be seen to be racists. Or that insisting that Islam is a religion of peace, even though we can clearly read the evidence to the contrary in the Quran and the Hadith. None of us is truly objective. None of us is always right. None of us ultimately has a monopoly on truth. But now more than ever, I believe we need the moral clarity of the one time there was a recorded intervention by the creator of us all, who spoke simultaneously to over 1 million Israelites at Sinai over 3,300 years ago. Oh. He told us clearly that certain things are wrong. And this wasn't for his benefit. It was for ours as human beings. The golden rule in Christianity and Judaism, which tragically never made it into the supremacist political ideology of Islam, that we should treat all other people as we would like to be treated ourselves, in other words, with sensitivity and respect, is ultimately the foundation of our modern civilized society. And it underpins our whole system of law and justice. And we overturn it, whether the victim is Amy Dallamura, Tommy Robinson, President Trump, or anyone else, at our own peril. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful holiday. Goodbye.